J.C. Are those your initials, or is that your name?
You'll just have to guess, Mr. Smith.
Since you don't take checks, it really doesn't matter, does it?
Person called for Clooney Young in the Honolulu house in Hawaii. Would you please try a room again?
Thank you. She's left. You know, I should have called her last night.
So phone her tonight when she gets in town and explain you forgot.
I don't forget promises, especially to my sister. Besides, it was very important to her.
Yeah, but J.C., what you did was important to everybody.
You know, I really hate this thing. I've taken 3 showers today, and I still feel dirty. I guess it's just something you can't wash away.
It's okay, Jace. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you.
Yeah.
Was so urgent? Okay. What did you want me here for? Group therapy?
Just settling accounts, Senator.
Sabato took some pictures of us last night.
Okay, how much?
We don't want your money.
No, there's only one thing that can buy back your chance of getting into the governor's mansion.
What's that?
Your vote.
This election's rigged. Why don't we just move along?
Maggie, what time did Pete say he'd be in?
About 3 o'clock.
He must have gotten waylaid.
Mr. Ryan!
Maggie? How are you?
Fine.
Clooney Young, this is Maggie Philbin, our office manager.
Hi.
Well, hello, Peter.
Malcolm, that is Malcolm Argos, our resident wizard.
Hi.
And this is my friend and my partner, Frank McBride.
Mr. McBride.
Hey, it's call me Mac. Pete was always very good at bringing home souvenirs.
You're not kidding.
You can just humor them. Actually, they get this way every time I take a little vacation. But, Mac, this time I combined business with pleasure.
How'd you do that?
Clooney just hired us an hour ago.
We set it up months ago. J.C. promised me she'd meet me in Hawaii. I waited for hours yesterday, and she never showed up. I'm sure something's happened to her.
Have you reported this to the police?
I can't.
Her sister is wanted by the police.
She's a member of the ELM.
Earth Liberation Movement.
The terrorists?
J.C. was always socially concerned. While I was cheerleading, she was out leading demonstrations. She went underground 2 years ago.
She had to disappear because the feds had an ancient beef against her.
The feds?
They're convinced she's involved in some sort of bombing.
Bombing?
I thought if I could just talk to her face to face, I could persuade her to get a good lawyer, turn herself in. That's why this meeting was so important.
Miss Young, you're very lovely, and we'd certainly like to help you any way we can. But bombings and radical groups, those are federal matters. If we mix in with those, we could lose our license.
At least we could try. I thought you, of all people, would want to see a criminal surrender peaceably.
No, but Mr. McBride is right. I should never have asked Pete in the first place. It's just that I've got to find J.C., and I guess I was afraid to do it by myself. You see, she's the only family I have left. Our parents are gone.
Well, perhaps we could recommend someone.
That is, if J.C. hasn't been killed or arrested before they find her.
Did I understand you to say you're going to do this by yourself?
I don't seem to have a choice.
Do you happen to have a picture of her?
Will this do?
So I told Pete you'd help us once you heard all the facts.
J.C. Young is a member of a terrorist organization. She bombed a chemical company.
No. She was part of a group that might have bombed the chemical company, and that charge is 2 years old. Come on, Krupich.
An eyewitness puts her at the scene. Next, you'll be telling me she was doing a term paper.
So she's a college kid that got in over her head.
Quick, get me a bucket. My heart's bleeding.
Look, Krupich. Suppose I get her to turn herself in, huh? A new start. Will you give her a break?
What I'm going to give is a little advice. Friendly this time, just because you're an ex-cop. You mess in my case, McBride, and you're going to lose a lot more than your PI license. Now, get out.
Krupich, I keep telling my partner, Pete, I say go through channels, go through channels. Your channels are all clogged up.
Getting the info on this ELM was no easy matter. Here's the rundown. You go in as their chief honcho, you dig? Now, Skunky says that nobody really knows what this guy looks like. He supposedly has a trunk full of disguises. Anyhow, they call him Scorpion.
Scorpion?
Yeah.
Well, that's swell, but suppose he shows up and objects to me using his name.
No way, Pete. Seems the Feds have got him stashed away at some military installation. He's turned government witness.
This all sounds like very expensive information.
So give the bill to Mac. Oh, enough for the pièce de résistance, mon général. You know that friend of JC's, the singer? Name's Cleo Johnson. Works a club on 5th. Good. Ho, 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 ho. Well, as I was saying, I have to split. See you later. Toodaloo.
You sure you won't let me take you to the airport?
I'd love for you to take me anywhere. But right now, you have to get to work. Besides, it's only an overnighter.
Okay.
Thank you. For everything. I know you'll find J.C.
You sure they don't know anything else? Yes. Besides, we've got the negatives. You have no choice.
Get out.
What are you doing?
Let go. Let going.
Let go.
Put him on.
Come on, put him on. Put him on!
Why?
Come on, get it around. Get on in there.
Get it on.
Don't look back. Hurry up. Let's go.
Good afternoon. You know, I was talking to Krupich.
Krupich?
Yes, Krupich. And I've been reading up on this ELM group. You know, it seems that their targets are companies that manufacture or finance things that could upset the ecology.
And Krupich probably told you that they rob banks to keep themselves in bullets and news bulletins?
No. He told us to drop the case or we'd lose our license.
So?
So what?
Well, so aren't you going to behoove me to inform someone or something like that we're off the case?
No.
What do you mean, no? Krupich is a federal agent. You usually side with them. So why the sudden switch?
You know, all my life I've believed in the law. The law that guarantees every man a fair shake. Now I run into this fellow who is so anxious to execute the letter of the law. He's even willing to sacrifice the human rights the law was designed to protect. No, we're not going to let him get away with it. Did Malcolm get anything?
The works.
I got a list of those escort services you want.
Oh, that's terrific.
Only 3 start with E.
Elegant, executive, elite.
Escort services?
Yeah, Malcolm found out that J.C. is working for an escort service.
What's a militant doing working as a...
Friend to date.
Oh, yeah. Well, it lies in your area of expertise.
And I've got the name and address of one of J.C.'s friends.
Our friend is probably surrounded by ELM members. You take the dates, I'll look up the address.
No. No way, Bud. That's a lousy idea. I can't imagine a bunch of fanatics playing host to an ex-cop.
Wait a minute. You got a quarter, Mr. McBride?
A quarter. At least she knows who to ask.
Well, flip for it.
That's a very good idea. We'll let the fates decide. I'll take hits.
Okay. Mr. Ryan wins.
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3? Are you kidding? Look, if you can't hold up your end, Mac,
you can split up the action 3 ways. You get on the inside of Elegant. And Maggie, you go over to Executive. Get a typing gig, but only long enough to look into the files. And you can set Malcolm up with a date at Elite Escort. You can call it an employee fringe benefit.
Hey, Pete! Pete!
Right this way. Miss Windsor, Mr. Dearborn.
Miss Windsor, I'm delighted to meet you.
I understand you would like to join our little family.
Yes, a bottleneck in the postal delivery service between my trust fund on the continent and my account here has left me with a temporary shortage of funds.
Your references, please.
The references, yes. Of course. There you are.
I see from your resume that you are quite, shall we say, experienced.
In the olden days, when I was chief purser under Queen Mary, I was called upon to entertain many a fine lady. Miss Windsor, who do you think taught Arthur Murray to dance?
Here's a copy of our rules. We do not tolerate hanky-panky between our employees and our clients.
Miss Windsor, I'm a professional.
Should your references check out, and should you Pass your skills test. We will put you on salary at once.
Skills test?
Nothing I can do, or nothing I can say, that folks don't criticize me, but I'm going to do just as I want to anyway, and don't care just what people say. Should take a notion to jump into the ocean. Ain't nobody's business if I do. If I go to church on Sunday, then cabaret all day Monday. Ain't nobody's business if I do. If my man ain't got no money, and I say, take all of mine, honey, ain't nobody's business if I do. If I give him my last nickel, and it leaves me in a pickle, ain't nobody's business if I do. Well, I'd rather my man would hit me than for him to jump up and quit me. Ain't nobody's business if I do. I swear I won't call no copper if I'm beat up by my papa. Ain't nobody's business if I do. Nobody's business if I do.
We're closed.
You still got a great set of lungs, Willie Mae.
The name's Cleo.
Maybe it is. Now.
Am I supposed to know you?
The 1971 rally at Huey's. You led the women's group. I headed up the tactics rap session.
What do you want?
We have a sister in common. J.C. Young.
You gonna lay a badge on me, Kojak? I never heard of a J.C.
Maybe you never heard of me either. Some people call me Scorpion.
Sure. I remember you now. We did the Isla Vista job together.
Nice try. But you weren't at Isla Vista. You're an engineer. You run an underground railroad for people who want to get out of the city.
Not me, honey. I work this club.
As a front for 2 years.
How'd you get to me?
Some of the brothers. They told me that you were tight with J.C.
You prepared to travel?
I'm closing up now, Mr. Dearborn. Mr. Dearborn? Mr. Dearborn, is anything the matter?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm perfectly all right. Thank you.
Trust me.
Well, I guess we all have to trust somebody. If I may be honest, I didn't take this job for the money. I'm looking for my daughter, JC. I understood that she might be here. She ran away from home.
Oh, that happens to lots of parents these days.
Yes, yes.
As a matter of fact, my sister's boy.
No.
Oh. JC. I don't remember anyone by that name working here, but I'll check the files for you.
I have a picture of her. You're very kind. There you are.
This is Bianca Marks.
Bianca?
Well, of course.
She changed her name.
She worked here for about a week.
How long ago?
In the past month.
Did she have any friends?
Nobody that I know of. Except maybe Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Of course, they were on the same shift.
You talked to her?
No. But I did drop her off once. She lives over in that old apartment on Pier Avenue between Ocean and First. I don't remember the exact address, but you can't miss it. It's a big brown building.
Oh, thank you. You've been very kind, yes. So kind. Thank you again.
Open up.
Who's this?
He's a friend. He's okay, Farmer.
I'm gonna need a little bit more than your say-so, Cleo. Name?
May, you're right. And I'm glad to see that you respect the rules of security, brother. And as for the name, why don't you try Scorpion?
Scorpion?
He's looking for JC.
Is that what he told you?
What the hell is this?
JC's dead, and so is her partner, Zapata.
How?
There's two answers to that one, sister. Officially, they were trying to sabotage a military installation. Their bomb went off prematurely.
That's crazy. Neither of those kids knew how to light a firecracker, let alone rig a bomb.
Besides, no such sabotage operation had been authorized.
Are you sure it was JC?
The bodies, the remnants, are identified by dental charts, which is the only part of the official story that I'm buying, because we tried everywhere to find those two. We couldn't. Now, I think that the feds fixed the bombing incident so that they could blow them away.
Why would the feds do a thing like that?
You tell me. You're one of them.
Where'd you get that idea?
For starters, you're not Scorpion.
He really fooled me.
Yeah. They've been trying to infiltrate us for months.
Hey, you know, you two are right. I'm not Scorpion. And I'm not a Fed either. I'm a private operator, hired by JC's sister to find her. That's it.
You could be telling the truth. And then again, you could be a trained liar, and I cannot take that chance.
Right.
We have sustained 2 casualties. And we have got to avenge the death of our sister and brother. And this man was sent here to spy on us. We have to teach him a lesson.
Putting your life on the line to come here. Why?
I got a thing for young ladies in distress. Who the hell are you?
When we discovered your friend Malcolm Argo is tapping into our sources, we fed him some phony information. Well, you're free to go, Mr. Ryan. And to answer your question, I am the one called Scorpion.
To you? You look like somebody walked on your face.
They were just passing through. I'll fill you in on it later, Mac. Where is everybody?
Well, they're still out. If Maggie doesn't get back pretty soon, I'm going out after her. Clooney's back from her flight.
JC's dead.
No. You want me to tell Clooney?
Thanks, partner. But it's up to me. Did you get anything?
Yeah, JC worked at the Elegant Escorts for a little while, and they're clean, though. She paid somebody to take her place, and then she disappeared.
Did you get the name?
Mikhail Dokovic. If that's his real name.
We'll let Malcolm take care of that, okay?
Can I do anything for you?
I better tell Clooney. Just a little run-in with the ELM. It's okay.
JC.
She's dead. There was no pain. I don't know whether it was murder. But I promise you, I'm gonna find out.
Hey.
Hi, Mac. Oh, McBride. Wait a minute. I'm going to get it. Mr. McBride. Woo-hoo.
Maggie. Are you all right?
Oh, you bet your sweet IBM.
Look, why didn't you call in?
Oh, couldn't do that. No, there wasn't any time.
Oh?
I was promoted to executive escort. Do you know where they wanted me to escort my executive escorts to?
Where's that?
You guess. All right. Bars.
But Maggie, you don't drink.
You know, you're absolutely right. Would you just excuse me just for one moment?
Yes, Maggie. That's strange. An article's missing.
There's nothing in the living room except some of J.C.'s clothing and a newspaper with a piece torn out of it, Pete. Pete? Pete, where are you?
I'm here behind this mirror.
A two-way mirror?
You're looking right at me. I found this in the bathroom. They were using it as a darkroom. Developer.
Blackmail.
What bothers me is why would J.C. come out of hiding and risk getting arrested just to put the screws to a guy named Dokovic?
Maybe he wasn't the target.
What if Dokovic
Is
was...
this the one you wanted, Mr. McBride?
Well, thank you, honey.
Not feeling too well, huh, Maggie? Now you know what you get when you use your brains out there in the field. A headache.
Uh-oh. Come here. This is the piece that was torn out of the paper that we picked up over at J.C.'s place. State Senator Arthur Gilmore meets with contractors today on the proposed site for the nuclear reactor plant. Gilmore hopes to parlay the jobs created by this investiture into votes. Look at what it says under this picture.
Mikhail Dokovic is Gilmore's legislative aide?
Mm-hmm.
J.C. was using Dokovic to get to Gilmore to force him to vote against the reactor.
You're talking about a state senator.
Don't you see, Mac? See, Dokovic is Gilmore's pimp. He sets him up with those girls from the escort service.
Ah, then the ELM found out and they put in J.C.
She bribes some woman to take her place.
And Sabato shoots the photos.
Uh-huh, and they try to blackmail Gilmore.
So he killed him.
Or had them killed.
We'd better be prepared to prove this 5 times over if we're going to take on a political machine that's powered by a big battery of legal brains.
I don't care if we can't prove it.
Pete, I'm saying we've got to have an airtight case.
Mac, the man's elected. Maybe he's in line for governor, but I'm telling you, in my gut, I know he murdered those kids. And I know if he gets a chance or if he's threatened, he'll kill again. We've got to stop him, Mac. We've got to make him back down. Any way we can.
You, Krupich, we want to get a confession out of him legally.
I warned you to stay out of it, McBride. The case is closed.
I came here because we need your help. Gilmore is supposed to serve the people, not to slaughter them.
What do you expect me to do? Screw up a guy's career on the basis of your theory? He's a state senator, for God's sake.
Krupich, you are a blinkered, backroom, go-by-the-book civil servant. You've got your mind so cluttered with clauses and subclauses and statutes. You let a murderer get away with it while you're staring at a printed page. Now, are you going to help us?
I don't play cops and robbers with civilians.
Look, the law is not a book of rules. It's a living, changing thing. It grows and improves with human experience.
I'm the one on the firing line. This has got to go through the department. I'm not taking on Sacramento single-handed.
Krupich, is it going to be any easier to get Gilmore after he's governor?
Okay, thanks. Pete, all 3 birdies sang the same song. It seems that Dokovic was at a fundraiser the night he was supposed to be out with J.C.
So Dokovic just set her up. Gilmore was her date. Maggie, where's he giving that speech?
Beverly Stratford, 2 o'clock for the Elks Club.
Malcolm?
Yeah?
Find out what limousine service Gilmore uses and get yourself a chauffeur's uniform.
Done.
Get me Cleo on the line.
Want you to wait for Mr. McBride?
It's better for Mac if we keep him out of this.
What do you have in mind for me, boss?
Nothing. You're the client.
So you're fired. Now may I go?
It's too dangerous. And I care too much about you, lady.
Pete, when I lost my folks, I felt like I was falling downstairs, totally out of control. JC caught me. Now she's gone. I feel alone and, I don't know, almost empty.
You're not alone.
Why did I think she'd be safe as long as I was around? Because she was my kid sister? I should have done something sooner. I don't know. Had her calls traced or cooperated with the FBI. Maybe if I had, she'd still be alive.
You don't know that.
Pete, every time I close my eyes, I see JC's face. Please let me go with you.
Morning, sir. Where's Henderson? He's sick today, sir. I'm taking his place.
You know where to go?
Yes, sir. Beverly Stratford, garden entrance.
All right, step on it. We're late.
There's a change in schedule, Senator. Instead of the Elks, today you're going to entertain the ELM. Go!
Malcolm got a limo. Mr. Ryan called Cleo. Clooney changed and left, and that's all.
Mm-hmm. Can you give me Cleo's address?
Yeah. 262 5th Street.
Thank you.
Bye. Oh.
Kupich, you got any vacation time coming?
With the overtime I put in, about 10 years.
How about taking 2 hours of it right now?
The penalty for kidnapping is life. Or the chair. Now, you let us go. Now. We will not press charges. Now, I don't understand. Why us?
Because you killed our sister JC and our brother Sabato.
So by our code, a life for a life.
I didn't kill anybody. We're not buying your scare tactics.
If you didn't kill them, you better tell us who did, because our system of justice works a lot faster than the courts. Come here. Come here! Last night, this Fed infiltrated our group.
No! Let me go! Please! Please don't do this. Let me go! I've got to give a speech at 2 o'clock. If I'm not there, my secretary's going to call out the National Guard. I don't know who you are, but I think maybe we can make a deal. I've got some information to be very valuable to you.
You think you can tell me something I don't know? JC and Sabato tried to blackmail you into voting against the reactor.
You knew it would be political suicide, so you had them blown away. You tried to make it look like they were bombing a military base.
No, you can't prove that.
I don't have to.
You've had your trial. The same kind you gave JC Young. None.
Get over here. Here.
you're going to get us killed. That address Cleo gave you better not be a phony.
Ooh-wee, some fireworks. That dummy sure looked real.
That ought to open him up, huh?
One call to Mac and the cavalry comes.
Listen, Malcolm, you tell Pete the next time he even thinks about using my name to call first.
You've got it, okay?
We're almost there. Hang on! Everything you said, it's true. Shut up, they're bluffing. All right, it's true. But the senator killed him. Please, you've got to believe me. You idiot. They're going to kill us no matter what you say. It's not my fault. He just couldn't stand it that those two kids suckered him in the way they did. I mean, all I did was get rid of the pictures and drive them to the base. Gilmore pushed the button. Liar! You did it! It was your idea! You pushed that button! Not true, and you know it! You jerk! You realize?
It's okay, Mac.
Bury us both.
Everything is okay. We've got a full confession.
All on tape.
Here's to you.
Oh, don't try to make up with me. I'm hurt. Dokovic and Gilmore may be locked up, but I'm still wounded. You should not have gone off without me.
Mac, I'm sorry, okay? It's just that I know how you feel about doing certain things, particularly when they're illegal. And I didn't think there was any reason for us both to end up in jail.
Yeah?
Did I hear you mention jail? You're not going to be arrested, are you?
No, I'm not going to be arrested. Because Mac convinced Krupich to let me off. But he has to guarantee my good behavior.
Oh, boy.
I wouldn't want that responsibility.
Which reminds me, how much time do we have before your flight?